New Bloodline member coming as soon as WWE Smackdown this week. CM Punk returns to WWE. Star reacts to signing an official contract on WWE Raw. Becky Lynch secretly planning her WWE retirement. Jade antagonizes fans with recent updates. Is Drew McIntyre leaving WWE following his Raw walkout? Update on Ronda Rousey and Brock Lesnar's UFC status. Let's jump right into it. CM Punk returns to WWE. Since being fired from All Elite Wrestling, CM Punk has remained inactive from professional wrestling. However, that does not mean he has failed to make headlines. Several recent reports suggest the best in the world might return to WWE. Many believe the move to the Stanford-based promotion is inevitable. A major reason behind this is the number of CM Punk references WWE has made recently. Additionally, it seems the company has again hinted at Punk joining WWE. Yesterday, the Stanford-based promotion updated CM Punk's alumni page on their website. Furthermore, WWE's UK website has been selling DVDs of premium live events between 2010 and 2013, Punk on the cover. This could be another clue about the 45-year-old's return. While these are mere hints, many fans are convinced they will see CM Punk in WWE before this year ends. If that happens, he will receive a massive pop since many want to see him in the promotion. Over the years, the former world champion has amassed great popularity despite being controversial on many occasions. During his time in WWE and AEW, he was among the most popular wrestlers. It would be safe to say the 45-year-old was a needle mover in both promotions. Thus, if Punk returns to WWE, the promotion will naturally expect a spike in ratings. However, as per wrestling veteran Vince Russo, the former WWE champion's addition to the roster won't make a difference. During an episode of Legion of Raw, Russo said, "What difference is that gonna make other than the pop? It's not gonna raise ratings. It's gonna be the same people watching the show. Like, who cares, man?" Given how fans have spoken about Punk recently, it would be a little hard to agree with Vince Russo's statement. After all, the 45-year-old has achieved a significant status in wrestling. That's one reason why many believe WWE will benefit heavily from bringing back Punk. It will be interesting to see if the Stanford-based promotion can sign the best in the world. Star reacts to signing an official contract on WWE Raw. A WWE superstar has reacted on social media to signing an official contract last night on Raw. The Creed brothers, Brutus and Julius Creed, answered an open challenge last week on the Red brand to make their debut on the main roster. Brutus and Julius Creed accepted the open challenge from Chad Gable and Otis of Alpha Academy and battled the duo in a tag team match last Monday night. Brutus and Julius Creed picked up the upset win and then went on to defeat Humberto Carrillo and Angel Garza the following night on NXT. Last night on Raw, the Creed brothers and Ivy Nile signed an official main roster contract with the promotion during a backstage segment. Brutus and Julius Creed picked up a victory over DIY last night on WWE Raw as well. Julius Creed took to social media today to celebrate his new contract with the company. The rising star shared a throwback photo along with an image of his new contract, as seen in his post. Ivy Nile has shared a message to fans following her debut match last night on Raw. Nile competed in the Women's Battle Royal to determine Rhea Ripley's next opponent. She teamed up with Shayna Baszler, Zoe Stark, and Raquel Rodriguez to send Nia Jax over the top rope. However, Jax was furious and ripped Nile off the ring apron to eliminate her from the match. Zoe Stark went on to win the Battle Royal and will battle Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Championship at Survivor Series on November 25. The 31-year-old superstar took to social media today to send a message to fans following her in-ring debut on Raw. Several superstars have sent supportive messages to Nile following her debut last night on the Red brand. "I definitely felt the love on my hashtag WWE debut last night. Thank you, everyone. Can't wait to see what's next," she posted. Dave Meltzer of Wrestling Observer Radio recently stated that WWE is very high on Julius Creed and views him as a potential singles star down the line. It will be interesting to see what the promotion has planned for the Creed brothers and Ivy Nile moving forward. Which NXT stars would you like to see called up to WWE's main roster? Becky Lynch secretly planning her WWE retirement. Becky Lynch is one of the top stars in WWE and has achieved almost everything in her remarkable career. Lynch has recently been on a mission to groom youngsters for the next generation and elevate the new talents on the roster. She has uplifted the women's division with her star power, paving the way for budding talents to shine. Moreover, the 36-year-old has been giving the spotlight to the overlooked talents on the roster. It looks like Becky Lynch has been giving back to this industry now that she is a veteran with almost nothing more to accomplish. As a result, there has been alarming concern among the fans. A wide section of fans believe that she could be secretly planning her retirement. However, this is not the case, as big-time Bex isn't going anywhere as of now and will continue to grace her presence. She does not intend to retire from pro wrestling anytime soon. Back in March this year, the former women's champion said in an interview that she has a few more years to go before wrapping up her career. Therefore, the possibility of Becky Lynch's retirement at this point is quite low, as she is a juggernaut in the women's division and has much to offer. Although WrestleMania 40 has months to go, WWE has seemingly started to sow the seeds for the storylines. One of the tales that the company has possibly started to weave is of Becky Lynch's road to WrestleMania. The man is expected to battle the current Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley at the Showcase of the Immortals next year, and WWE has seemingly sown the seeds for this potential feud. The two superstars crossed paths several times on the main roster. On the December 5, 2023 episode of Monday Night Raw, Ripley had a bloodthirsty stare-down with Lynch on the ramp. Moreover, on the June 26 episode of Raw, the two top stars had a face-to-face confrontation where they exchanged some words. Very recently, they were involved in an ephemeral face-off on the October 16 episode of The Red Brand. It looks like WWE has been subtly teasing a future encounter between Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch. The man could set his eyes on the Eradicator, as she is currently the Women's World Champion. The two superstars will likely lock horns at WrestleMania 40 next year in an epic showdown for the first time ever. Jade Cargill antagonizes fans with recent updates. Jade Cargill was one of the top heels in AEW's women's division. She seems to be playing the same character in her recent social media updates. Jade Cargill made her first WWE TV appearance at the Fastlane Premium live event earlier this year. In a backstage segment, she stepped out of her vehicle and exchanged greetings with Triple H. The former AEW star has made multiple backstage appearances on all three brands since, but she is yet to make her in-ring debut in the Stamford-based company. Jade Cargill recently took to her Twitter account to antagonize wrestling fans with a series of updates. The former AEW TBS champion posted a tweet asking the fans why she should wrestle if she gets paid every week. Many fans replied to this tweet with their reasons, and Cargill responded to a few of them. "Why wrestle when my big check clears every week, baby?" she wrote. It will be interesting to see when and how WWE decides to put Jade Cargill in a wrestling match. During the press conference following Fastlane, Triple H was asked about the potential in-ring debut of the former AEW star. Hunter replied by saying that Jade Cargill would have her first match when she is completely ready. WWE's chief content officer further stated that he is not sure which brand Cargill would go to. He also revealed that people from all the brands want her to be part of their show. You don't want to put somebody in a position that they are sort of ready for it. You want to make damn sure they are ready for it. So no matter what happens, she's going to knock it out of the park. So when is that? Jade's debut? Not sure. Where she's going to go? Not sure. I can tell you this, there are a lot of people internally here that are in charge of each brand. Everyone wants her. Everyone is chomping at the bit to work with her. And I think that is going to create some incredible programming, but I think when she's ready, she's going to be huge, Triple H said. What brand do you think the former AEW star will appear on? Is Drew McIntyre leaving WWE following his Raw walkout? Drew McIntyre's Raw walkout has stirred a new debate on his future with WWE. The Scottish Warrior pulled up to the Mohegan Sun Arena, Wilkes-Barre, PA, in his car. He got out, listened to Jackie Redmond's question, but then left without saying a word. Fans might be wondering if the Scottish Warrior's walkout is real or part of storyline. The angle from last night's WWE Raw was 100% part of McIntyre's current storyline, where he has begun to doubt himself after failing to win the World Heavyweight Championship at Crown Jewel 2023. For those unaware, McIntyre faced World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins for his title in the opening match at November 4th Premium Live event in Saudi Arabia. Despite putting up a valiant effort, the challenger failed to dethrone the champion. Drew McIntyre was confronted by Rhea Ripley backstage after his loss. The Eradicator of the Judgment Day taunted him for not listening to her in the lead-up to the title match at Crown Jewel. It now remains to be seen if the former WWE champion will finally join the Judgment Day in the lead-up to Survivor Series. Drew McIntyre's contract status with WWE has been the subject of online debate for months. His current deal is rumored to expire at the end of this year. According to Dave Meltzer, the Scottish Warrior hasn't signed a new deal yet with the company. I do not believe he's re-signed. His contract was to expire at the end of the year, but because of all the injury time accrued, it's through April. It's basically a numbers game. It's not like he's a guy who's looking to leave, it's just a numbers game. He wants a certain number, and they did not offer that certain number, Meltzer said. It remains to be seen if the Raw superstar will re-sign in the near future. Update on Ronda Rousey and Brock Lesnar's UFC status. New information has come to light regarding Brock Lesnar and Ronda Rousey's UFC status. After Brock Lesnar's first WWE run came to an end, he made his way over to the UFC, where he won the UFC Heavyweight Championship in his third fight. He competed in 8 bouts for the company before returning back to WWE, where he has continued to dominate in the squared circle. On the other hand, Ronda Rousey dominated the UFC during the early part of her career and was one of their biggest stars before she made her way to WWE, where her dominance continued. Currently, both superstars seem to be at the tail end of their respective careers. Lesnar last competed against Cody Rhodes in a losing effort at SummerSlam 2023 Premium Live event. Since then, he has not been seen on WWE TV. Ronda Rousey's last appearance was a losing effort to Shayna Baszler at SummerSlam 2023 as well. Since then, she has also not been seen on television and even hinted at retiring for good on social media. UFC President Dana White did a recent interview with Sports Illustrated after he announced the main event bouts for UFC 297, UFC 298, and UFC 299. $199. When asked about a potential UFC return for Brock Lesnar or Ronda Rousey, White replied in the negative. "I get why everybody asks," White said. "I love that everybody loves them like that and with so much passion. I do too. But they're definitely not coming back for UFC 300. During the peak of her career, Ronda Rousey was known to finish off her opponents within seconds until her loss to Holly Holm. After that loss, she was not able to regain her past glory, and she left the Octagon to join WWE. Given her dominance, it should come as no surprise that Dana White named her the greatest athlete he has ever worked with. "I absolutely love Ronda Rousey," White said. "She's one of the greatest athletes I've ever worked with. She's a pioneer, an inspirational figure for women, and an all-around bada for UFC. It will be interesting to see if Ronda Rousey or Brock Lesnar will ever step back into the Octagon for a match." What did you think of Dana White's statement? Sound off in the comments section below. New Bloodline member coming as soon as WWE Smackdown this week. The Bloodline has not had a new member on WWE Smackdown since September 2022, but that doesn't mean the faction cannot use its massive influence for expansion. It seems Roman Reigns might be adding a new member to his group as soon as this Friday. The person in question is none other than Ava Raine. The Rock's daughter was seen walking into Shawn Michaels' office during NXT tonight. It is possible the fourth-generation superstar could request her transfer from developmental to WWE Smackdown. The angle comes nearly a month after Paul Heyman interacted with Ava backstage on NXT. The Wiseman appeared on the October 10th edition of the White and Gold brand to manage Braun Breaker against Carmelo Hayes. Heyman used the opportunity to talk business with Ava. The interaction was caught by NXT Anonymous and uploaded to WWE's social media channel. Ava confirmed the talk she had with Paul Heyman in the aftermath of the show. It remains to be seen if Ava Raine will debut as the Bloodline's new member on SmackDown this week. WWE hasn't announced matches or segments for SmackDown at the time of this writing. With that being said, the company has announced superstars that will be appearing on the November 10, 2023 episode of the Blue Brand. According to WWE.com, LA Knight, Charlotte Flair, Austin Theory, Bobby Lashley, and Rey Mysterio will appear on WWE SmackDown this Friday. Also being advertised for the show is AJ Styles. The Phenomenal One was last seen on the September 22nd episode of the Blue Brand. The former WWE champion was supposed to team up with John Cena against Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa at Fastlane, but was sent to the hospital by the Bloodline. LA Knight ended up replacing Styles as Cena's tag team partner at the October 7 Premium Live event.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for